they're only 1 week out of date right now. It's freaking awesome. I'm starting to do the Europe 4PL tournament too, and things are going good on that front. Seeing chat bans going on right now. We had a couple of bans since the last time we cast. Each team gets 2 extra bans in the lobby. Plus they get the 3 bans at champ select screen. So there is a total of 10 bans for this game mode.
Wow, 10 bans. All right, well, we do have them going off, as you did say. 10 bans. Like, when Feedsky told me 10 bans, I was like, 10 bans each? I mean, who's left after that? But, it's only 10 total. I'm okay with that. But yeah, ban 1, Sauron's Vhagar. Out of here. Nobody wants that. Ban 2, Buddha Zillion. Don't want them backcappers. Sauron's Mord. It looks like Sauron is just a hater today.
Sauron went on a break for a couple of weeks. Everyone was like, he just disappeared. Everyone's like, what's going on? He's like, I just had to handle some stuff. Now he's back. Looks like their 4th ban is just going to be Necrogen.
Yep, well, unfortunately for them, they can only ban out heroes, not the players. Hate the game, don't hate the player. But yeah, so we're looking for Necro. Come on, guys, give us a real one. But, Necrogen and Sauron, last time I saw them, they weren't on this team, but the teams are, I do believe, FTV versus +5. I don't know what those mean.
Oh, +5 is point defenses. That's their tag.
Oh, okay.
Just called point defense, yeah. And Feel the Vibe is... I believe Feel the Vibe is a mixture of people from, I think it was Dom for Fun and some other team, I think. I don't remember. I just remember that there were 4th ban's going to be Nautilus, it looks like. There were a couple of roster changes, so Dom for Fun is no more. Players from that team and some other guys formed together to make Feel the Vibe. And something happened with Death to Llamas recently, so players from that shifted places. Cheese Enema has been in... It's Pepperjack! It's Pepperjack! They finally told us the cheese. I don't know if you were there for that or not.
No idea.
Yeah. And
it's been too long,
Pex is still Pex.
Cool.
Point defense still point defense.
Where's the Blind Bandits?
Fun thing. Yeah, Blind Pick Banditos and Point Defense have both exceeded 100 competitive games played of Dominion as of like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
They both hit at almost the same time. They were 1 week apart from hitting the 100.
Those guys know what's up. Yeah. Bans have actually finished out. We finally figured out what Necrogen actually means. It means Nautilus. So Vhagar, Zillion, Mordekaiser, and Nautilus. Help me out here. Why is there a Mord ban on the table?
Certain players are good at certain champs. Painkiller gets counterbanned out of Amumu sometimes. People like to ban Buddha Rice's Vayne out. That was the point of extending it to 10 bans, because there are some champs that are just so scary. A lot of the sort of old favorites, as it were, from throughout Dominion. Caston's still a top ban. Rammus is still one of the top bans. Malphite has become a top ban now that there's room to ban him.
Makes sense. Yep.
Because there's so many good AD champions like Jace, Pantheon, Wukong, arguably Warwick to an extent, and Jax, missing a big one, but I don't remember, Darius. And if you pick...
Master, yeah.
Yeah, if you ban out Malphite, you kind of get access to those champions, because Malphite shuts them down pretty hard with the Frozen Heart Randy's Ground Slam combo. And there's a big prevalence for Ezreal play now. We're seeing a ton of Ezreal play. And because of that, if you get Ezreal Malphite plus all those attack speed reduction items, you get a hit. You get to make an attack once in a while. It's very rough because you get that reduction from 2 champs, 2 items, so it's pretty good.
Okay, so going in, guys, with those extra bans, Mordekaiser, Nautilus, Vhagar. I'm kind of blanking on the 4th, but now we are jumping into the normal 6. Who's the other one? Mordekaiser, Nautilus, Vhagar.
Mord, not Vig. That other champ.
That other guy. Writing that down. That other guy. So yeah, none of that guy, because nobody likes that other guy. But Jace now being banned out. Wukong, Kassadin, Jax, some of the really typical heavy hitters. Even I remember those way back in my day. Where's the Poppy ban? Where's the Warwick?
Zillion was the other band. Thank you, Chobra, for pointing that out.
Zillion. Can I edit? I can edit. Cool. Yeah, backcapper Zillion. Who was it? Pooters. My man Pooters. And that Zillion. That was some good times way back in our day.
There's some... Pooters actually started playing a little bit more recently. I think the past 3 events, Pooters has made a team and played in after a pretty long sort of hiatus from being in events. Started seeing him again. It was really cool to introduce the Pooters play to some new viewers that hadn't seen it before.
The Pooters play, I like that. Oops.
the pooters play. You can poot. Poot's a verb now, by the way. For anyone that doesn't know, to poot means to backcap aggressively in the style that the summoner pooters would. And Zilean's popular for it. You can do it with Jen, you can do it with Blitzcrank, you can do it with Lulu. There's another champion I'm missing. Lulu's one of the top bands. She was out, right? How long have we been doing this? I forget what patches we played through.
My last games, I think, were DD5, so 17 weeks ago. What can
Lulu
I say?
Came out. She's good.
What can I say? It has been a while, but yeah, Lulu was out during our day because Zemike, that beast, that Lulu beast, my goodness. But no, Zemike today. Darius and Lulu out, whatever. Dunk Master, as he said, don't want to see any of him. I gotta say, I like to represent. We got a Pantheon on the table.
I like Pantheon a lot. I mean, he's definitely a champion that you can ban, but arguably he's a champion that. Ooh, I'm seeing a Rengar highlight. I'm seeing a Tryndamere, excuse me.
Tryndamere
as well. But back on Pantheon for a moment before I got sidetracked highlighting those picks there. Pantheon, I feel, is a champion that excels when combined with other strong champions. But on his own in normal comp, I feel like his power level is kind of tapped down a little bit from there. If that makes any sense. He synchronizes really well with the other high-powered champions because of he has a stun, and then other people have, you know, they have their stuns, knockbacks, etc. And when you start chaining those things together, it's like, oh, well, that's pretty rough. But when you eliminate a lot of those, like you see Darius being banned, Jace being banned, Wukong being banned out, Jax being banned out, so you won't see that horrifying Pantheon-Jax combo. Interesting, though, no Malphite ban. Would not be surprised if Feel the Vibe picked them up. Have been some roster changes on point defense side. You see Lissac is over on point defense now. And High Peoples, Sauron, Necrogen, Zabers still representing. So sad to not see a Teemo pick from Zabers. I haven't seen some Zabers Teemo in a while.
Hey, Night is Young, sir. First pick's already down, but nope, you're right. Spawn Legacy has that Teemo. So, I do apologize for that. Fizz, Teemo, Rengar, man, these 10 bans really do throw you a little bit of a loop. But even a Karma getting picked out here, possibly going to be a cemented pick there. But, you know, what's the word on Teemo these days? AP on hit? AD? Just being a really annoying thing?
Yeah, it's a rough, you know, AP, very control-oriented because of, you know, you put Mushroom on a health relic, you think you're going to get healed, but instead you just drop dead.
Yep,
and if you just like chain some mushrooms from a speed shrine to the top, it's like, I'm running, I'm slowed. I'm slowed. The point's been captured. I'm gonna recall because I only have 10 health left.
Yep, and he has a blow dart. Indeed.
Yeah, he's got very good area control, great movement speed, all around good champion to have. Cannot take damage. Just hit him really hard, and he falls over.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You have to get through the Field of Dreams of Fungus first.
The Field of Dreams. Oh, I love it. Lee Sin getting cemented out here. The blind Monk going with the blind dart, so I like that synergy. But, you know, Ziggs, again, throwing me some of these curveballs. Not exactly what I was expecting today, but Ziggs coming out, high burst AP, I can only imagine, and a Gangplank good global ult to have on your team.
A couple of globals, actually. I forgot to put Ziggs on the list for global champs, even though it's not quite a global.
It's a Nocturne-ish global, yeah. It's a Pantheon-ish
global. No, Nocturne
global.
Doesn't have a global. What Nocturne actually does is he has a map size reducer, and he like shrinks the map down to a tiny size and just walks across to the point, and the map expands again. It just happens so fast. You don't see it.
But it's, I mean, Ziggs isn't totally global. He does have a range, just like the Pantheon drop, just like a TF Destiny.
Played a we started doing a community stream game thing that we're trying to get rolling, and did an all globals champ the other day, and that game was a lot of fun. There was a lot of like just miscellaneous Ashe and Ezreal arrows everywhere, or Ashe arrows and Ezreal ults everywhere. It was pretty awesome. But yeah, Ziggs got really good range, and you're right about you know Gangplank Ziggs. You know, they have that sort of softer global, but on the shorter map size of Dominion, it works out quite well.
Covers more of the map. This is a little bit more useful. More in terms of defense rather than offense, but you know, You revive, you throw that ultimate, stop that cap, just like an Ezreal, just like an Ashe, no problem. Last picks over here, blue team, which is Feel That Vibe, I do believe. Totemon.
Feel the Vibe, yeah.
Feel the Vibe. All right, going to be taking that Shaco and a Blitzcrank. So it's been a while since I've seen a Shaco, but I do believe last time we talked about a Shaco, it was just like he's just too easy to counter, which is why I didn't really see him too much. But now with so many heavy bans on the table, maybe, you know, we're going to be seeing a lot more of these newer plays. So to me, seeing some of these champions here, it's absolutely amazing to watch the evolution of this. And this is something I do think that Summoner's Rift could be taking a little bit of a key note of. And, you know, they did actually talk about that on the forums, just like, you know, we don't want to give too many bans, but I think it's exactly what you need. You get some of those heavyweights out, and you're going to see more innovative play.
Yeah, when you take because there's usually a couple people that are blatantly like, well, this guy is good against too many compositions. Not necessarily overpowered, although some might have a little bit of a power wackiness. It's usually a case of this guy is good against too many comps. We're going to take that guy out, and it's going to give us access to a better variety of team comps.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy works counter to the comp that we want to play, so we're going to ban him. And we're basically out of bans now because we only have one left. There's 103 champions or something.
So we're banning about 10%.
103? Yeah. If you figure if you just knock out the top 10%, or at least whatever is the 10% of the champions that's the most detrimental to the way that you want to play in a game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, this is actually really good. Leads to a lot more variety of play, and we've seen that since I think we started doing that Dominate Dominion 12 or 13 when we started doing that, and all the players have loved it, spectators have loved it. I like it, even though I have to type those extra words in when I tag videos, even though I'm really behind on that because I've been doing a lot of stuff. Sorry for a big apology to the VOD viewers. You can find the VODs from these on the Monday after the event, youtube.com/VatoClans, where you can find them. The games will be all the same games that were on stream with alternate camera angles and things like that, and they'll be broken up game by game, so you can check them out there. And in the last few weeks, I haven't been able to get them completely tagged, and I haven't been able to fill out the video descriptions completely. But I'm working on it. It's in my list of backlogged stuff to do. It's a priority. I'm just really crunched for time, guys.
Well, you know what, bro? We still love you. No problem. Last pickups now. Solidify again. Shaco, Blitzcrank there for Feel the Vibe and Point Defense. Finishing off with the Diana. And just taking a quick look at some of the runes. Zaber Z on that Rengar are going to be all attack damage. So nothing really too surprising, I don't think. They're looking now at Sauron. Sauron, physical armor, cooldown, magic resist, and a little bit of crit. Actually, almost 1% crit right off the bat. And again, it does look like he's going more physical damage based as well, which means I guess we're coming down to Ziggs Diana to hold up the AP, and Necrogen with that Diana. That is the wrong click, silly gesture. And yeah, we're just going to take a quick look at there. Yeah, 45 ability power by level 18, magic pen, and then 15 more ability power on top of that. So, utility tree, believe it or not, for the Diana. But either way, that does fill out our entire roster, and we are going to get this game rolling, guys. You are watching Dominate Dominion number 22. And no, I am not Chobra. I am Fourcore Jester. With me, of course, Gander. And, you know, a little bit over a minute here till we get this rolling. Got about 88 people here hanging out. And have you guys seen really a big change ever since you got included onto the Riot streaming portal?
It's very, very recent. There's been an upswing in viewers, which is pretty cool. Hasn't started to snowball too hard yet because it's something that just started. We'll be watching it a lot in the coming weeks to see how that treats us. Big thank you to all the Rioters that that talk to us, help us out with things, watch the stream. You guys are all really cool. We're glad we can put this tournament on for you guys to show off your game mode, because this is, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best game mode. This is the most fun that I have playing League, is playing Dominion. And, man, being able to run a tournament and for you guys to actually come and watch the tournament, like, on your own is, like, so awesome. I'm like giddy. It's like, oh, my God, the guy that's making the game is watching. Holy crap. It's, like, so exciting for me. So, thank you to you guys that come out and hang out, come and DD chat, play games with us. You guys are all cool. You know, Bahamut, Gnome, Rival, Vesh, Danny, Rampant. I'm sure I'm missing like 2 or 3 guys. I always do when I do this. But yeah, you guys are real cool. Thanks for watching and taking interest in stuff that we do. It's really, really neat. Hitting that load screen right here, though. Gonna see how this plays out.
You still do your VOD interest?
I've been doing them at the start of the game, because I've been having that bug where the spectator client loads to 100%, but then doesn't actually kick over to the game.
Okay, no worries.
So I've just been letting Fraps kind of just sit idle and see maybe if that helps it, or if it's just like a superstition.
Not too
So I've been doing them once I actually get in.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. Alright, we did take a quick look during through that. It is going to be an AD Shaco. More of a tanky, but it's all offensive masteries for that. Definitely not Blitzcrank. Didn't get a chance to check out the Teemo, so I'm a little curious as to what he's going to rock in. But, you know, it looks like everything is really about level. I don't really see anything really too upsetting here. Of course, we do got the 10 revives on the table. A few ignites out there, some exhausts. I do see a Garrison coming out of Ziggs, as well as Pantheon, but as well on Teemo and Chris. So if you check that out, 3 Garrisons to the 1, but it is 2 exhausts and 2 ignites compared to the 1 of each on Field of Vibes. We're going to have to see what Team Blue can do up against Point Defense. I'm assuming Point Defense is still like top 2. Are they the reigning champions at this point?
They're competing with Pex and Blind Pick. They're not as solidly on top as they once were. The top 3 teams right now, Blind Pick, Banditos, Pays, Evelyn, Child Support, and Point Defense are your top guys. Point Defense had a little bit of a dip down in success for a period, but you know now they're having their top 4 finishes again. It's really nice to see them back up there. On a note about what you're saying about the Garrison to not Garrison ratio here, this means it's going to be a lot more in favor of Point Defense being able to attack points. They have that, they have those ignites, they have those exhausts, very, very good in combat, and this means that Feel the Vibe is going to be a little bit better at holding points, keeping them, and when they have high movement speed champions, like, well, maybe not movement speed, but Shaco's got the jump, and he's got some area control. And Blitzcrank definitely has got the speed increase with Overdrive, and Teemo's got it with Move Quick. Pantheon with the Grand Skyfall. These guys can be very mobile on the map, and with those Garrisons, they can very easily deploy them to a tower that's in danger to bail them out that way. However, in doing so, they do kind of leave themselves vulnerable, so we'll have to see how it plays out. And loading into the game here, this is the round of 8 game for the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament, number 22, Field of Vibe versus Point Defense. On Field of Vibe side of the map, we have Buddha Rice playing as Lee Sin, Spawn Legacy playing as Teemo, Armor playing as Pantheon, Totalment playing as Shaco, Chris IM playing as Blitzcrank. Quick note to the VOD viewers real fast that I have a new monitor recording in a new resolution, so if this VOD's a little different from the last ones, it's going to be something I'm working on in the next few. Casting with me this week is...
Dun dun dun! Four-Core Jester making a triumphant return, and best wishes to Chobra. He's getting over that nasty cough, which is exactly the reason I am here. But I'm your stream host of the night. Always good to be back here, Gander. Now, something we didn't talk about in the picks and bans is who's going bottom.
Yeah, looking at these this bottom lane champions, it looks like they're kind of telegraphing Lee Sin and Diana. Now, Necrogen has been playing Diana bottom to pretty good amounts of success. Necrogen is a very good bottom lane player in Dominion. If you remember, Necrogen liked to play a lot of Ryze previously, and he's kind of, does a lot of different champions. I haven't seen Lee Sin bottom lane very often, however, so I don't know how that matchup, Diana versus Lee Sin, is going to play out. All you gotta do to defeat Diana's skill shot is to jump to the left. So if you do time warp, you can beat Diana. But judging by where bottom lane is and the way that Diana is moving, left is into a wall, so it's going to be a little bit awkward.
Yeah, a little bit awkward, but, Lee Sin, if you had to pick a kind of a ping-pong champion, gotta say Lee Sin is probably your best bet. So, good luck, have fun on that bottom lane. This top, however, do have the typical 4-on-4. We do got those midpoints now set up, and thank God I got the Areola set up on them today. That would have been really weird on the mini-map. But a little bit of poke going back and forth, nothing too weird, but we do got some boxes going down. Chris IM, if you can get a nice pull onto someone a little bit lower health, we might be able to get a nice insta-get, but Totalmont taking a little bit of flack as well. Overall, it's looking like Feel the Vibe has a little bit of a health pool advantage at this point.
Yeah, things are going okay right here. Sauron's just running through mana with that parlay there, with that new Gangplank skin. Totalment making a dive in for Zabers, however, and is going to pick up that kill, but eat an immediate exhaust, get taken down. Though Chris IM grabs Lisik with the power fist, or the rocket grab, excuse me, pulls him in. and he has to immediately retreat. Sauron staying in the fight for as long as he can. Oh, he does get Spawn Lacey down. Is he going to die from the poison ticks, or is he going to painkiller survival method? Chris Lamb going up to cut him off. Sauron sees what's going on and ducks back away from that point.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. It does not look like the coordination was quite where it needed to be. Listic, however, is going to be dropping. Total Mon coming back in. Of course, with those revives, very important that you get those revives there, folks. But, you know, a lot of revenge kills now going down. The revives on top of point defense now about to come out. But it does look like top lane is, for now, going to be going to Feel the Vibe. Now, what happened in the bottom lane does look like Lee Sin did drop to Diana. He was fairly pushed in that lane, however, so maybe going a little bit too aggressive, maybe underestimated or didn't dodge left. Either way, he has now dropped as well. So, you know, a little bit of a shift up top going to Feel the Vibe, but bottom lane looking like Diana's fairly solid at this point.
Listic picking up that Storm Shield mid. Totalment went to try and contest it. I think didn't quite get it on camera, but was not able to do so. Totalment now active on the lower half of the map, and Totalment's Shaco synchronizes very well, I think, with Spawn Lacey's Teemo. Both of them have the ability to place sort of ward-esque items on the map, which is something that you can't get wards in Dominion. So having that extra vision, having that extra map control, I think, is going to be very vital as the game continues. Sauron up near the top lane, poking his head out, taking some shots up there. Not like going on, just a little bit of back and forth poke. Middle of the map, Totalment trying to get that, but he keeps getting zoned out by Listic. They're just looking for a good way to engage on him. Totalment just like determined to get that. And Sauron coming around slowly from the side. Listic killing that Shaco, that Jack-in-the-Box right there, the second he gets dropped out. And two people down here zoning out Shaco. I don't know how I feel about that, but Sauron's going for a play. I can see you, Sauron, going in there with your kukri and your gun with your little laser sight on it, going in the back, trying to backcap that quarry right now.
It looks like he might actually even get it. Does not look like Feel the Vibe care whatsoever, but Lee Sin able to get the kill on top of Diana. Fortunately for her, revive is up, so no point cap going down there. Totalmon still, you know, basically just dicking around there in the mid, but at the same time, does look like point defense taking that bottom point. A little bit of aggression up top. Chris not looking so healthy, but neither is Zaber. But Zaber with that full ferocity, looking for that hit on top of Chris. Unfortunately, nothing really to give him that stealth that he needs to jump out. Spawn Legacy going in. Listic has to run away, but the Mantheon looking pretty impressive there as well. It does look like Necrogen able to get the revenge kill on the bottom. So while we do have this pressure up top from Feel the Vibe, and Chris about to drop, he actually got the pull on top of Listic before dropping, but I don't think they're going to get that point.
That new Gangplank graphic is so cool. It's like missiles raining down. High Peoples comes out to the drill to disrupt that, throws down the Chum. The water's on there on Armor, but isn't quite enough to kill him, unfortunately. High Peoples, this is going to get the kill off on Spawn Legacy. Armor picks up that health relic and just needs to get a shot on High Peoples. You just look at him funny. He dies, goes down. Zabers, though, thankfully, Fizz was able to delay long enough for Zaber's Rengar to get up there. And, Grand Skyfall out? No, not quite. Zaber's going to deny that jump away. Sauron going to backcap the top. I don't know if you can call it backcapping when it's the windmill, but seeing that was uncontested, decides to make a play up there, though Chris IM is grabbing him, pulling him away from that point right away. Takes a parlay for his troubles. Listic coming up there to help. He's going to run over a Teemo Mushroom. Not going to be terribly consequential as he is there, but does put a little bit of damage on him. Every little bit of damage you can get in this game helps out. Chris IM popping that overdrive to try and get away from that, but Sauron's got that parlay. He throws down the exhaust on him just to want to make sure, absolutely sure, that they can secure that kill, and they are able to do so.
We did have another duel in the bottom lane. Diana trading out for Lee Sin. Totalmon, however, able to take out Diana and recap the point into their favor. But my goodness, Zaber Z just on a killing spree already. Is going to avoid that grab from Chris, but in comes the Mantheon. Fortunately for Zaber, it's not looking so good, but a little bit of help from his team. People's now coming. Sauron now here. Chris not looking so good. And again, that stealth doing really well for Rengar, able to give him that extra 600 range. Ultimate's going down big deeps, but it does look like we are able to finally put them into the ground. Triple coming out for Feel the Vibe. If they're lucky, they can take this top. I don't know. We just used Listic's ultimate. I'm not too sure if he can zone out 2-on-1, but at the same time, this Diana doing work in the bottom lane.
Listic is able to get that disruption on up at the top, though, but he is going to get saved by Gangplank, potentially? Throwing down the ultimate right there. Listic is going to get saved by Sauron. Yeah, that's right. Sauron's Gangplank coming to the aid of his little Yordle buddy right there. And it looks like the minions are going to pick up this neutral on the top point there. Sauron running over that mushroom. Chris IM with the rocket grab. Gets him right there. Totalment throwing down that Shaco box, but Sauron's going to have none of that. Shoots that Shaco box right there. Doesn't like toys. puts a bullet right on through them. No refunds for Shaco as he begins to cap. Saber-Z comes up to the top point, going around. He knows where Tolman is. Right in on him. Zabers takes him down. And Chris I.M. is going to get deflected as High Peoples comes in to catch him as well. Sauron just going to sit there, going to take that cap. He knows that he's not needed in that fight. It's 2-on-1 already, so he's going to stay there. He's going to maintain his position, pick up that point while his team keeps the enemy away. Very good play by Point Defense.
And they do maintain that 3-cap lead that they do need. Zaber not looking so good. Mantheon going to be trying his luck at it. Not too sure he's going to be able to land that one, but in comes Spawn Legacy. But Lisik there for the save as well. Mantheon is going to be dropping. But Zaber jumping in there. That poison, it's starting to take up. It is an AP demo, so the poison plus the mushrooms, it does do a good amount, but it's not enough in this case. Yordle Brother Ziggs able to grab that kill. Bottom lane again, Necrogen still putting up the big pressure on top of Buddha Rise, but here comes Totemont. And again, we're playing a little bit of ping pong, Diana going in and around, Buddha able to just jump in and around there, looking for that Dragon Kick, and doesn't actually need it. Gets the kill anyways.
Chris I.M. running away from the happy face. New Ziggs has a happy face. High Peoples misses with the shark from Fizz. Blown away by that new graphic. Had not seen that before. Pantheon coming down with the Grand Skyfall, looking for Lisik. Not able to connect with him, unfortunately, but he does get greater distance across on the map, and he's going to go up towards the windmill now, tracing High Peoples away from the point. Spawn Legacy looks like he's going to go for the cap up there.
Yeah, he's going for the cap. Again, more kills being traded in this bottom. I'm not too sure High Peoples can stop this, but out goes the Garrison doing exactly what I thought he couldn't do. Lisik now here, but it is only Lisik with that Garrison.
And Lisik does go down. There are creeps on this point there. High Peoples is trying to do all that he can to keep things going, but he is going to go down. Tower is going to go neutral, and it is going to turn over in Field of Vibes' favor.
Well, if they do keep that 3 points, that's all you need to win. Just tick it down. But Point Defense, despite, quote, comments of trollness in this game, they are doing fairly well for their combos. Totemont over the wall, coming out right onto Necrogen. But Necrogen with the big deeps. There's the Dragon Kick from Lee Sin. I think that was the Dragon Kick. Nope, I'm wrong. That was not a Dragon Kick. That was just Necrogen being awesome and taking a 2-on-1 situation. Maybe even able to grab this. With that health, it might be enough. Can Buddha get it out? He's waiting for that cooldown. He's waiting for his ultimate, and he's... God, that was so close, but they just both go down anyways.
Those minions are so strong. Minions MVP. High Peoples is going to get the quarry pretty much uncontested now. No one is going to get down there in time to stop the neutral, but will he get the cap? Only time will tell. Armor trying to get the kill on Zabers up at the top, but is he going to be able to pull this off? Just barely! Armor able to secure the double kill up at the top against Rengar and Gangplank, but he has to go back. Otherwise, he's just one hit away from death, and that's going to enable Lisik to get the neutral, possibly the cap, before Field of Vibe is able to get there to support it.
Yeah, at this rate, I'm fairly sure that's going to be a cemented cap, but can he hold it? That's going to be the big question. Bottom lane, however, it does look like Fizz is going to be taking the wrong end of a shiv from that Shaco right there. And, game is 11 minutes in. It's not super even, but at this point, 3 points to Point Defense. They are in the lead by about 110, 112, actual points. Necrogen still, doing this great aggression in this bottom lane. He's going to be trying to take out Buddha, but Totemont down there as well. Lisik, however, in that top lane, going to be taking some big deeps. Chris with the great pull. Spawn Legacy. I'm not too sure if he can do this against Sauron, but a great stun coming in from the Mantheon. Stops them in their tracks. Unfortunately for them, though, Necrogen had some help with Zaber-Z in the bottom, and they should be able to grab that point.
And Necrogen had another good engagement against Buddha Rice there. He seems to have had the upper hand against him all game long, but not so to the extent that he has an easy game. Zabers did have to go down there to bail him out, as Necrogen did get into a pretty tough spot there at one point. But now Armor and Buddha Rice down here at the bottom. Necrogen using that Lunar Rush to dive closer to that point quicker after landing that Crescent Slash, I believe it's called. Gangplank throwing down the ultimate right there. Wants to get that extra damage on, catch the retreating Armor, and that damage is going to be very helpful in helping Zabers what's that word where you confirm? Secure. I was looking for secure. I don't know how I got confirmed.
It's the same
kill
thing,
confirmed right there.
Yeah,
kill dog tags.
I got you, bro. Yeah, kill secured, kill confirmed. Armor getting blown up in that bottom lane. Zaber is just able to bring out so much burst, and he is sitting at 5 trophies on his necklace. So he's doing fairly well for himself. He also does have that.
Scared for you. Lisek taken out by Totalman up there at the top. And High People's going for Totalman, and misses with the Shark, but kills him with the poison. Shark takes a bite out of the robot. Not very tasty. Good for iron. You need iron in your diet. And High People's going to hop right over that Blitzcrank, get around on the other side of him after the rocket grab did not connect, able to take him down. Now Spawnless has got to try and defend one versus the world. Scott Pilgrim status up at the top. Ziggs throwing down the ultimate. Once you get the extra damage, and they're just flopping that thing over. Taking out Zabers up at the top. Or not Zabers, excuse me. Taking out Teemo. I just associate Teemo and Zabers with each other. I'm so sorry. Taking out Swan Legacy up at the top with the help of Zabers and High People's. Point defense securing the windmill, but their bottom is being back-capped by Buddha Rice and Armor. They've successfully gotten the neutral off on it, so they've only traded the windmill for the Boneyard. And now, Necrogen's got to come down there and help get that back, or help High People's get that back, rather. See if he can secure that point once again for his team.
Yeah, they're going to be... they're going to keep trying at this point, but, ZaberZ finding Totalman in this top, full ferocity, able to just really land a big DPS on him, top of him, but no, silence from Chris, able to secure the kill there for Shaco, and now, getting in the way of that grab on top of Lisek is going to be a creep. So, yeah, bottom lane, Necrogen, High People still trying to take this bottom back from Buddha. A lot of B's right there, and it is going to be enough DPS to take him down. Unfortunately, Necrogen paying the price, and Lisek still being a really annoying Yordo in this top lane. Sauron, however, probably not the best target to be grabbing there for Chris, and in comes Zaber, kaboom, down goes the robot. So it tastes a little bit better that time, but here comes Totalman. Is he going to be able to stop this cap? He is, but look at the blow-up potential. Necrogen just coming in there saying no.
Two very bursty AP champions, Diana and Fizz combined, makes for a lot of sudden damage output. You go down there and you try and deal with those guys, and if you don't have MR or a good amount of hit points, there's some sort of ability that helps mitigate that damage, whether it's something that's in your kit or it's through an item, then you're going to have a pretty rough time staying alive long enough to secure a kill after you throw down your cooldowns. You're not going to have any extra AA time in on that. Seeing Zabers hanging around just outside of the line of sight, waiting for a good moment to try and go in. A Hextech Sweeper goes off in the middle of the map right there. Fizz using that, High People's to check those bushes and find Spawn Legacy there. Makes the big dive in for him, runs over a mushroom, but pole dances right onto another one with that Playful Trickster. Throws the Chum the Waters over to Chris IM and disrupts him. Ziggs throwing the ult down as well. Double ult going that down from... Gangplank and Ziggs, one right on top of the other, and High People's getting taken out. Lisek coming in from behind to secure the kill on Chris IM. Point defense gonna take the windmill again.
It's a highly contested zone, that windmill. It should be called the death mill at this round, but yeah, it does look like point defense able to secure it again. Necrogen putting up some big pressure in the bottom again. Nothing really too surprising. It is Necrogen, it is Diana, and he's doing some fantastic work. We're about 15 minutes into the game. Look at some of the kills. 13-5 on Sauron, 11-6 on ZaberZ. I mean, these guys are just killing machines. We watched Lee Sin getting blown up. Respectively on the other team, on Field of Vibe, no, I don't even see any real positive ratios. We have an 8-7 Shaco and an 8-8 Pantheon. Other than that, it does look like it's a bit more negative in the kills. And that does come into play a little bit when death timers start to get maxed out.
And Chris IM up at the top getting caught in the middle of a point defense sandwich. That sandwich will cost you $8.95 to buy in a store. Very expensive sandwich, but it comes with all the best ingredients. High People's getting that Playful Trickster away from Teemo right there. Teemo just up, making his presence known. He wants to kind of put some sort of pressure on the enemy. Just simply his presence being up there makes point defense kind of go, well, Teemo is up here. We don't really want to go out and take that extra damage. We want to try and get him with some poke, but we're really not in a position to be able to push off of this point right now, with just two people at middle hit points. And Zabers...
Killed the wrong one, unfortunately. He killed the clone.
Yeah.
Or no, he didn't. Sorry, he killed the right one.
He got the good one. He got the right one.
It was Teemo. Teemo poison from the mushroom.
Yeah, that was a... Well, that was a Totalman and Zabers got into a little disagreement over by the Speed Shrine. Both of them died, which means no one won that argument. And Chris IM going up for the top right here. Lisek is behind the point. He does have... Ziggs has got very good range. He's a spammy little guy. And does get that point, or get that harass off on Chris IM to deflect him there. Down at the bottom, however, Necrogen is caught between a Buddha Rice and an Armor and is going to get taken out, but he has backup. Sauron and High Peoples are right behind him there. They should be able to clean that up pretty much no problem, though they are putting out a lot of damage on Sauron. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. Am I? We're going to find out. Buddha Rice making sure I have no idea what I'm talking about. And Zaber's coming down to take him out and has something to say to Toleman after that last engagement. Like, hey, man, you took me down that last time. I'm going to get you this time. And Toleman's like, my duplicate's down. I'm getting out.
No, he's going to run right into Listic, but that's okay. Spawn Legacy's got his back. He just dropped Totemon. You saw Zaber. I mean, he was trying to zigzag a little bit. He was looking to get that stealth jump to finish off Totemon, but Zaber Z has been able to really just knock down the health pools of Feel the Vibe at this point. Now, we do have 27 points left on the table for Feel the Vibe. They do got 3 points, and that's all they need to do to keep. Unfortunately for them, track record not showing that they're going to be able to keep this for too long, and it is looking like, Point Defense are probably going to be moving on into this next round here to Dominic Dominion 22, as shown.
Perfect Hextech sweeper shot from High Peoples, lands it right on Teemo, reveals him, takes him down.
Said history showing this top point might go back to Point Defense. High Peoples getting out of there with just a hair to his name. How did he survive out of that one? Dodges out that hook as well. Totemon throwing in the clone. High Peoples is not going to fall for it, but he is going to actually fall for it that round.
The Venn diagram of ults going on over there with Gangplank and Ziggs, and they are able to deflect that, holding on to these points. They're doing okay for the moment. We'll see if they can keep this up. Buddha Rice able to pull off the neutral down bottom. Looks like he's going to get the cap as well, but is he going to opt to defend this, or is he just going to go ahead and use that time to go back, recall, maybe get some items, maybe kind of hold on that lead a little bit longer? We will see. Zabers does go over for him, and Zabers with just a lot of damage right there. Buddha Rice trying to live as long as he can, throws down the exhaust on Zabers, and Buddha coming so close to being able to take Zabers out, but unfortunately it was unable to do so. Feel the Vibe descending around on the drill now. 3-on-1. Point Defense is going to have to react to that.
Necrogen goes down, the combo, Chris with that silence, very key in these fights, with Sauron now throwing a lot of DPS on top of Spawn Legacy at 444 crit, and now Totemon going to be able to add to that, gets the double. Chris, however, is going to go for that cap, unfortunately just not enough, but still it does look like Point Defense a bit more on the defensive. How did that miss, Chris? I don't know, but look at the damage coming out from Totemon. Out comes the clone, looking for that blow up. Sauron going to be dropping, and now Zaber Z, can he out DPS two of them with that ultimate from Gangplank? And the answer is yes.
And Pantheon coming down. He does not want that point to get captured and annihilates Zabers on the spot. But High Peoples had a lot to say about that in response.
High Peoples, my peoples, yeah, he's just saying, I'm all alone now. And that was a great man drop, but, we saw it coming. I'm a little surprised that Zaber actually stood there and allowed that to happen. Bottom lane, Buddha and Necrogen still going head-to-head on top of this Boneyard, but Buddha, he's been able to tank up very nicely. A lot of magic resist, a good amount of health, plus he does have some lifesteal, so he's able to sustain against Necrogen. It looks, fairly well at this point. A great grab on top of High Peoples from that Chris. A lot of damage going down on top of Spawn Legacy. That global Teemo taunt coming into play. But look at all the little mines everywhere. Just got to put them all over top of it. Chris tanking like a boss.
And driving to retreat, kiting them right through those mines. Armor trying, he wants to get Listic down. Ziggs does a lot of damage, wants to make sure that he's not able to do that. Chris going for a grab, doesn't find anyone, wants to pull them into that Teemo Mushroom. Just, run them right over that, Chris. There's no one right there. Run them over that too. Sauron, oh, he's going to step on that too. Sauron taking a ton of damage from that. Look at his health just going down and down and down. Toleman wants to come around the side. He's got the stealth going on right now. Gets him in the back. Not enough to kill him. Has to follow up with an AA to do so. Zaber is going to die. Not die to tower damage, fortunately. And Toleman going to get the armor from behind. Taking him down. Securing that defense of the point. And Point Defense having to be a little bit more offensive on the points as Feel the Vibe is closing the gap.
You know what? 27 points to 255. They've really done good work in terms of keeping those 3 points. We're down to 86. I gotta be sweating a little bit if I Point Defense at this Ryan. Now Necrogen, who's traditionally been a bit more aggressive in that bottom lane, is now really stuck babysitting this point. Lee Sin has gotten to a point at this time that he's able to really just do the work here, but no, the B got interrupted in that bottom lane. This could be exactly what Point Defense needs with that dual comp in the bottom. That's a lot of high burst to the Point Defense name. Can they go for it? We do got the aggression coming up top. High Peoples with the Chum the Waters does miss that Pantheon, but here comes Listic jumping over the edge there with that Ziggs, going to be trying to take out that Pantheon. Teemo, however, has neutralized a point, and now we got a big fight in this bottom drill.
And engagement down there all started with Lee Sin getting taken out. Unfortunately, Gangplank using his ultimate to zone things out there, and they are able to secure that cap with the help. They had a lot of minions right there, a lot of creeps pushed onto that tower, help them get that neutral there, and they have the point. But at the same time, there was a neutral off over at the drill, and then there's neutral off at the windmill. Now, Point Defense in control of the game again. Sauron and Necrogen able to take down Buddha Rice at the bottom. Pantheon coming down with the drop, but he's landing not quite in time to find anyone, although Sauron does walk in his general direction. He takes a hit from the Aegis to get that stun off. While that was going on, Tournament was able to back cap the Boneyard, stopping the clock once again.
Essentially, I'm just going back and forth through everything. Spawn Legacy, however, able to 1v1 Fizz in that top lane. They're going to be able to grab that, as it does look like Chris IM is going to be grabbing the bottom as well. So now from going 4 points to Point Defense, now going straight to 4 points. Well, okay, 3 in a neutral, but Spawn Legacy going clutch, gets the kill in that top, and it is looking really good for Feel the Vibe. They are almost up 4 points to 1.
And Fizz going for that top point, although Lee Sin going for that drill over there. I don't know if I like that, going for that drill so close to enemy base, so close to Diana and Fizz. They have a lot that they don't like about what Buddha Rice is doing, and they have kicked them out, or kicked Buddha Rice, rather, off of their property. You don't have a permit. You can't build here. Chris, I am. Zabers. Oh, Zabers, what? Sabers, what?
I think that was stealth. That was stealth. That was totally the ultimate thrill the hunt stealth. Very well played in that bottom lane.
Such a good play there by Zabers, being able to survive on that. And Sauron throwing down the Garrison ult combo. One of my favorite things about Gangplank is his ability to do that. It keeps that point alive for so much longer when you throw those down in conjunction with each other, because using the ultimate means that they're not going to be able to get any cap time in. Using the Garrison lets it heal while they're unable to cap. Very good play there. Buddha Rice coming down from Necrogen. They're having another little bit of disagreement, and Necrogen backing off right there. Buddha Rice grabbing that health relic to make sure that Necrogen is unable to get it, although Zabers is coming down, and Buddha Rice's health is going to drop right out the side of his health bar. Fallout still all over the ground, getting those colors everywhere, and Point Defense has secured the bottom.
Yep.
The top needs to get neutraled immediately, and Pantheon drops right down in there for that. They're going for that neutral, although Lysic's got that AoE damage going on. What are they going to be able to get? No! The Garrison saves the tower.
3, 2, it's the final countdown. Unfortunately for Feel the Vibe, that is exactly what that is. Could not grab those last few points. Very well played on Point Defense. You know, again, a little bit of a trolley comp, people calling them out on that, but at the same time, wow, 14-0. You don't see that really too much in a round of 8 game. And if I was Point Defense again, I would have been sweating a little bit, because it was all about that 1 point, that one neutral point. Gotta give it props to Feel the Vibe, though. They tried their best and they got so far, but it will be Point Defense moving on here and dominate Dominion 22.
They are going to move on to the round of 4 after an awesome game. We are going to follow into the next round, which is going to be a team versus another team, because I haven't opened the bracket yet. So we'll tell you in just a quick moment who that is going to be. Oh, F5 key. What shall it be? It's going to be Hex and Point Defense in the round of 4.
So Hex and Point Defense.
Hex and Point Defense. Pays Evelyn child support and Point Defense.
Got it. Alright guys, so coming at you next game. Game number 2, Pex versus Point Defense. Don't go anywhere. Dominate Dominion 22. We got a few more rounds left for you tonight. I'm the Forgo Jester, with me, Vado Clan, aka Gander, and we'll be coming right back to you in just a moment.